A well-stocked pantry can come in handy at any time. We have a habit of shopping a little too much and overstocking our freezers and shelves. However, when you're extremely busy, all of that food sits for days, weeks, months, or even years. You should keep in mind that expiration dates are there for a reason. You might be wondering if those staples are safe to use, especially if they smell and appear to be in good condition. Let's talk about food that lasts forever in your pantry in today's video. Is ketchup included in that list? How about some pasta? We'll discuss all of this and more. Honey is number 1. The oldest jar of honey dates back over 5,500 years and is still in use today. Edible. This demonstrates the natural sweetener's unlimited shelf life. A jar of honey that hasn't been opened is securely sealed and kept away from moisture can last for years, if not forever, according to some. The chemistry of bees and nectar has something to do with this. When bees collect floral nectar, it enters their stomachs and produces a very acidic environment. Product. It's so acidic that it's nearly difficult for bacteria to survive in it. Over time, the honey will darken and solidify, but it may be made liquid again by submerging the honey pot in a pot of gently simmering water for a few minutes. Do you ever cook using honey? Start by expressing yourself in the comments section below. A discussion among the members of our Healthy Life community? Pasta no. 2. Dried pasta in packets is moisture-free and can be kept in the pantry. As it is if you buy the boxed variety, however, you must store it in an airtight container. Pasta can last longer than the printed expiration date if stored properly. It will be edible for up to 2 years after purchase. Best before the expiration date cooked pasta, on the other hand, will last 3 to 5 days in the fridge. To keep pasta fresher for longer, insert little packets of moisture absorber, such as silica. Even if you've done everything else, if you see bugs crawling around, throw it. 3. Pemmican meat. There are numerous options available. There are numerous upscale steakhouses that serve the highest quality meat. Nothing can possibly compare to it. Consider what it might be like to live in a post-apocalyptic world plagued with zombies. Underground bunkers for years, pemmican would come to any meat lover's rescue. This dish is thought to have originated with Native American cultures. The original recipe called for a combination of buffalo or elk meat, berries, and rendered fat. This high-protein dish can be consumed raw, fried, or cooked. For ages, it has been the preferred diet of survivalists due to its long shelf life. 4. Mayonnaise with ketchup. We always have bottles on hand. Once we get them home, we'll put a jar of ketchup and a jar of mayonnaise in the fridge. On the other hand, there aren't many supermarkets that keep them in the fridge. Ketchup isn't going to last long. It won't last an eternity, but it won't go bad right away after its expiration date. If your unopened tomato or chili sauce lasts up to a year in the fridge, it's a good sign. It's perfectly safe to eat. Mayonnaise can be kept in the fridge for up to 12 weeks after opening. While mustard is a flavorful condiment. In a sealed container, it can last 3 years, while in an open, unrefrigerated form, it can last 6 to 8 months. Are you looking for the most up-to-date health and wellness information? Please click the subscribe button and become one of our millions of fans. Keep up with all of our fantastic Healthy Life content by subscribing to our newsletter. 5. Nutritional value of white rice. Brown rice offers a distinct advantage over white rice when it comes to having the longest shelf life. However, the race is won by white rice. Jasmine, a refined basmati variety, or any other white rice can last over 30 years if stored properly. That's incredible. You might be able to preserve your rice in an airtight bag if you try. Help keep bug eggs at bay, thereby preserving freshness. The best way to keep rice fresh is to put it in the refrigerator. Would be to keep it below 40 degrees Fahrenheit in an oxygen-free container. Brown rice would go absolutely rotten if you did the same thing. In less than 6 months, the barn's natural oils cause it to rot slowly. Beans, number 6. Vegetarians may find them to be an excellent source of protein, especially pinto beans that have been dried. Beans including black-eyed, liver, and kidney offer a lot of fiber and are high in nutrients. Keep them in an airtight container away from direct sunlight and in a cool location. Beans have a long shelf life and can be consumed after decades. Sure, their nutritious value will dwindle, and they'll take a little longer to cook, but they'll be your best bet in a pinch. Go ahead and do it. And create that mixed bean soup with all the extra beans you have in the pantry. 7. Alcoholic beverages. Now, all of those are. A short trip to the liquor shop will not be required for unplanned get-togethers at your home. Rum, whiskey, tequila, vodka, gin, and other liquors from this family can be safely stored. In your personal bar, they are said to last indefinitely at room temperature, according to experts. However, some cream-based liqueurs, such as Irish cream or vermouth, must be kept cold after it has been opened because of the alcohol concentration. Other alcoholic beverages last a long period. Alcohol is the finest disinfectant and may stop bacteria from growing. 8. Tamari sauce. This sauce is almost unthinkable in Chinese cuisine without it. When you're out having fun, you could be concerned about soy sauce's freshness. However, you should avoid using soy sauce. When it comes to freshness, be concerned. If you keep an unopened bottle in the fridge, it can last for a long time. Last almost indefinitely. Bottles that have been opened, on the other hand, can last up to 3 years without deteriorating. When it comes to storing food in the refrigerator, you should be aware of these 21 foods that should not be refrigerated. 9. Oatmeal. I'm sure we're all in agreement. We now have this in our cabinets. Why shouldn't we do it? This is a complete grain. Quick and easy breakfast that is high in fiber, lowers cholesterol, and is high in nutrients. If you aren't a regular oat eater but want to keep them for a long time, you'll want to put the contents in a tight container for the long term. Oats can be stored in an unopened container for up to 3 years. They have a long lifespan. Their date of expiry. When properly stored, frozen oats can last for up to 8 months. Butter is number 10. In the fridge, there's a slab of butter. It's possible that the fridge is in better shape than you anticipated. Butter, both opened and unopened, can be kept indefinitely. Refrigerate for 1 to 3 months. Its shelf life can be extended by freezing it for up to a year. Peanut butter and an egg are another morning staple that combines well with bread. Jars that have not been opened can last up to 9 months. You no longer have to be concerned. When peanut butter is on sale, I stock up and figure out how much to buy. While we're on the subject of butter, ghee is also worth mentioning. It's a unique situation. Indian cuisine's mainstay. The older the ghee, the more therapeutic benefits it is thought to have. There are no milk particles or moisture in this clarified butter. As a result, it can last for a long time. When properly stored, it can last up to 20 years. It can, however, be frozen and kept for an infinite period of time. Milk that has been powdered. This is dried milk in its purest form. That indicates there isn't even a speck of moisture on the surface. It will deteriorate from within. Cookies, bread, and cakes can all benefit from the addition of milk powder. As well as other sweet treats. A packet that hasn't been opened can last up to 20 years. So don't be concerned. Extra milk powder packets should be kept on hand. You'll be ready when your inner baker awakens. 12. Coffee, instant. We all have our favorite. We go to coffee cafes every morning for our cup of joe. Despite the fact that individuals may disagree regarding what is correct. Regardless of the brewing method, drinking instant coffee at home is a convenient way to get a caffeine boost. In your cupboard, a securely packed pack can last up to 25 years. If you want it to, it can stay even longer. It was placed in the freezer by you. You no longer have to be concerned about your favorite brand running out of stock. 4. Because you have such strong food aversions, you can just freeze your favorite and enjoy it for years to come. Bullion Cubes, 19. Obviously, you can't. So compress the flavors and keep them in the form of broth containers for a long time. Bullion cubes are a type of bouillon. You can keep a variety of varieties and tastes of these cubes on hand and simply dissolve them. Add water to make a delicious broth. You can use whichever vegetables, meats, and noodles you choose. And completely transform the meal. They can last up to 2 years if kept in a cool, dark place. 14. Sodium chloride. Your grandmother may have been salting pork chops and preserves. Salt has a unique flavor. Ability to dehydrate meals in order to keep them fresh for a longer period of time. Salt has a long shelf life and can be used in a variety of ways. Last indefinitely, although some people believe that iodized salt has a 5-year shelf life. Himalayan pink salt also keeps its properties for a long time without losing them. Sugar is stored in a 15-gallon bucket. Not only will a hermetically sealed bag keep the food fresher, but it will also keep ants and their vermin away. Sugar, whether white, brown, cane, or powdered, absorbs moisture from the air and hardens. Lumps. Despite this, it will not spoil. The same sugar can be used after it has been softened in the microwave. 16. Fruits and vegetables in cans. The contents of it can last for a long time. They can be used for up to 6 months after their expiration date. However, they will be at their best before that day. They have to do it. If it gets dented, bulges, or the liquid seeps out, it should be stored properly in your cupboards. It's a dead giveaway that the contents aren't in terrific condition. It's probably preferable to toss it out. Water must become your best friend. If you don't, your body may show subtle signs of stress. Sickness. Let's keep the debate going by watching a few of videos about water. Click on the 16 warning signs that you're not getting enough water. 15 or your body is expressing a strong desire for additional water. Go ahead and select one. Or, even better, watch both. And find out how to remain hydrated. What is the name of that one food that has been around for a long time? Have you been sitting in your house for far too long? Please let us know in the comments section below.